ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Today, the game is different.
I want to gamble. Gambling is a very serious business. Is that clear?
Welcome to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you here, deep from the swamps of Jersey. We got a great show coming up for you. To be a successful sports bettor, you need information. The trick is trying to find that information and analysis in an effective and trustworthy way. Well, now there's a platform out there that is an incredible resource for sports bettors. The platform is called BettorOff. And here's how it works. You subscribe to BettorOff, you give your picks and analysis on the platform, and you read other people's picks and analysis. The success of the subscribers are tracked on the site, and you can see how everyone does. The greatest part about BettorOff is if you're really good at picking games, you can actually monetize your page. People could actually pay you for your picks. It's a platform where subscribers can actually become the experts. And we're going to find out all about it because we are talking with BettorOff's CEO, Alex Dubin. When we come back, Alex is going to tell us all about BettorOff, and I can't wait because I really want to try it. So stick around. We'll be right back with House of Cards.
Psst. Yeah, you. Come here. Haven't you heard? We don't need to hide anymore.
Now, we can shop privately for adult products at adamandeve.com. They've got massage oils, lingerie, and lots more we can't mention here. Use offer code SPICE404. They'll give you 50% off almost any one item, 3 free DVDs, free mystery gift, and free shipping. That's 50% off, free shipping, and more. Private shopping starts at adamandeve.com.
You're listening to the House of Cards.
Whoa!
I think we got a show.
Oh, yeah, we got a show.
We definitely got a show.
Oh, yeah, there's a show. Hey, it's all about ratings, baby, and we got them.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you. I'm excited to talk to our next guest because, as I always say in sports betting, information is the key to success. And our next guest has created a platform that will absolutely help you in your sports betting activities. It's a platform called BettorOff, and I think it could be one of the most incredible resources a sports bettor can have. And we're going to find out all about it because we are talking with BettorOff's CEO, Alex Dubin, who's on the line with us right now. Alex, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Dave.
I got to tell you, I was talking to you off air, and I absolutely love the whole idea about BettorOff. It's such an amazing resource for sports bettors. But before we begin talking about BettorOff, tell us something about yourself. How did you get involved in the sports betting industry?
Yeah, I'm an attorney by trade. I spent a couple of years as a hedge fund and PE associate at DLA Piper. And after a bunch of 78-hour days in an office with no windows, and also realizing I wasn't very good at my job, I left the firm and launched a quant hedge fund with two of my clients. I was actually focused on DFS. It was called Roto Capital. Mm-hmm. We were successful over a 2-year period, basically playing DFS, and then New York Attorney General decided to sue DraftKings and FanDuel, and that sort of threw the whole industry up, and yep. we ended up unwinding and started a sports data and analytics company called NextTake, which was eventually acquired by SportsGrid, and my next stop was putting together a founding team for BettorOff.
Like I said, I love the whole idea about BettorOff. More information in the sports betting industry is such a great thing. Tell us the evolution of this platform. How did it come into being?
The origins are pretty basic, actually. The platform was originally designed to bring transparency and accountability to the sports betting information community, while also allowing community members to monetize their picking acumen without having to pay for it. Mm-hmm. What we saw at the beginning was an opaque industry, mm-hmm. an industry that is so based on statistics and information where the house these games are so well researched, but the community is so far behind.
Yeah.
In an age of sabermetrics and Moneyball and advanced stats, it was shocking, really, to look around and realize that your best resource for sports betting information was really still Twitter.
Yeah.
Unverified, picks can be deleted, accounts can be deleted, you can have multiple ones. So bringing transparency and verification into the community, and then also allowing the community to monetize it, that's where we started.
Tell me about the company itself. Who is involved with BettorOff? Who did you associate yourself with to create BettorOff?
Yeah, so I knew that we needed a rock star CTO and a rock star CMO to start this. I'd worked with Ryan, our CTO, before, who's a full stack developer and just absolutely brilliant. And Brian, who I worked with when we were at NextTake, who ran marketing in the esports division for WME-IMG. So, getting both of these guys to sign on to a little startup took some doing, but getting them on board was step one.
On this show, we've had a ton of professional sports bettors, and the one question I've always asked them is how they go about finding their information, the best odds and the best information on the teams that they're betting on. I'm living here in New Jersey, and we have over 25 online sports books, and finding the book that has the best odds and finding the sites that have the best information is just absolutely overwhelming to people. I mean, let's be honest, I have a life. I'm not a professional bettor like a lot of people out there. And, we can't go shopping around to each of the 25 books in New Jersey to find the best odds and the best information. Tell us how BettorOff helps the sports bettor with this information collection, because that's a big issue for a lot of recreational bettors.
So that's exactly the right question. And the way to lend BettorOff, I think, is sort of as an analog to other, what we like to call either specialty or passion platforms. Mm-hmm. So if you look, for example, at LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn took a look at Facebook and said, this is great. It's social. People can connect. Everybody who's on this, everyone who's in business is on this platform. But is it really built for business? Not really, mm-hmm. right? So LinkedIn basically took all of the great social features of Facebook, skinned them, mm-hmm. and then added business-centric features for an all-in-one place experience. Twitch, which at the time was Justin TV, did the same thing with YouTube. They looked at YouTube and said, this is an incredible platform. People are streaming on it. Gamers are on it. But is it built for gamers? Not really, right? So they took the interface, they took the experience, they skinned it, and then they expanded it out to really speak to the gamers. That's what we've done with sports bettors. We see a passionate but underserved community on Twitter, and exactly what you're saying, which is there's so much data, so much information, whether you're talking about lines from multiple books, updating news, trying to figure out who to actually follow. We took all of the social features of Twitter and skinned them more or less, and then added features like the best odds feature. So you can go through every book that we offer. If you're a FanDuel person, if you're a Caesars person, you can set it up so that you see those odds.
Wow.
But if what you want are the best odds, our best odds feature basically acts as an aggregator, and it'll go to any game or any match that you want, and before it shows you any particular book, it will show you which books are offering the best odds for every single bet type, so that you don't have to go clicking through 25 different ones.
See, that's awesome. I love something like that, because that's the thing that helps the recreational bettor a lot, getting the most information. Okay, hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break. See you on the other side.
Drizzly makes it easy to shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor from wherever I am. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes.
Drizzly. Ding dong, Drizzly.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Where was the house? Where was the House of Cards?
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you. House of Cards is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with Alex Dubin, CEO of BettorOff. Now, in preparing for this, I went to your website, BettorOff.com, which is a great website, a lot of information. And one statement really stuck out for me. It said, BettorOff is the only platform that allows you to be both a subscriber and an expert. And I love that line. And can you explain it a little more? Because it's such a great idea, and it's such an amazing thing for recreational bettors.
Yeah, so, well, first I'm going to point out that BettorOff is spelled BettorOff, because even my mother doesn't think that we exist because she keeps spelling it with an E. But not everyone can become an expert or a professional tout on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And the main reasons for that are time and cost. But by providing the tracking and the verification of all the pick histories, displaying them on sortable leaderboards, the platform is designed as a meritocracy, meaning that even if no one has ever heard of you, but you can pick accurately, your name will appear at the top of the leaderboard, and you will gain followers, and if you like, paying subscribers. And that happens free of charge with none of the heavy lifting or the friction of running your own website or tracking your own picks.
I love what you just said. I want to highlight what you are offering. The fact that you can monetize your own picks. I mean, how would someone go about doing that?
So that's actually where our alpha test really was. My friend Jack, who I went to undergrad with, who then went out and finished up at the University of Akron, where he met his now lovely wife, and lives outside of Akron, and has become an insane Akron Zips football nut. And he has always told me that his accuracy on Akron Zips football is incredible. And so I tracked him over a season, and his ROI was north of 54%.
Wow.
And to give the listeners, I'm sure many of them know this, the best professional sports bettors in the world will barely break 52.5%.
Yep.
But it is a completely unmonetizable skill for him, right? He is a 9-to-5 guy. He's got 2 kids. He's got a wife. He also lives in Ohio, which until January of 2023 is a non-legal sports betting state.
Sure.
And even once it becomes legal, he doesn't have the time or the money to try and turn himself into a Twitter sports betting influencer, and it seems unlikely that ESPN is going to hire him as their Akron football expert. So what happens is he comes on to BettorOff, he signs on free of charge, and he starts making picks on Akron. And all of his picks get stored on the blockchain, and it's viewable to everyone. And as he starts winning, he'll climb the leaderboard, and people who will search to find people who know will find him and follow him. And as he sees those numbers rise at any given time, he can decide to take his channel and turn it pro and start charging for it. And again, no charge to him. And it could be anything from a little side hustle at night, the same way some people drive Uber, to the sort of thing that if you're good enough could turn into a full-time gig. It allows you to monetize your passion and your own abilities as a picker.
I love the fact that you have access to the users' picks, and it allows you to really measure your picks against other users. Tell us something about that, because I think that's one of the most unique aspects of BettorOff.
So this goes back to the meritocracy. The issue, again, with Twitter is the signal-to-noise issue, right? So much noise on Twitter and virtually no effective method of filtering to locate verified, actionable tips and data. And quite to the contrary, as we've seen, the Twitter algorithm rewards sort of your bombastic tweets, and that's why the things that you see the most are people hitting, 12-way parlays to turn a nickel into 20 grand, which is great for entertainment value, but doesn't do much if you're trying to find the people to listen to over a long period of time. And because of that, it's difficult for people who are simply accurate without being insane self-promoters to stand out from the crowd. That's where the leaderboard and the user pick histories play a central role on the BettorOff platform. They provide accountability, they provide transparency, and a direct line for the community to identify the real experts based on immutable statistics and pick histories that are readily and freely available.
I love the fact that you said accountability and transparency, because I know a lot of people watch TV or listen to the radio and they have a lot of these experts on and they give their picks, but, the only reason why people think they know what they're talking about is because they're on TV and the radio. I mean, I've never seen someone give their season-long record in NFL yet. I mean, on TV. And I love the fact that BettorOff gives the sports bettor that little bit of extra information with regard to how people can be successful in sports betting and how successful their picks are. I mean, how important should that aspect to the sports bettor be? I mean, you're listening to someone, they can give you all the stats in the world, but you know what? Maybe they're not doing well in their record. How important should that be for a sports bettor?
Oh, it's a matter of what you're looking for, right? If what you're looking for is insane parlays and, pure entertainment factor, Twitter's going to be great for you. If what you're seeking, though, is accountability, is to be able to look in and either track people to make wagers for yourself or to even pay to follow them, especially if they're asking for your money, the ability to verify is paramount, right? It's the reason why consumer reports is important. It's the reason why companies care about Better Business Bureau rankings, because if you can't verify your offering, then why should anyone take the time or really spend any money to follow you? So the meritocracy and the immutability of any user's pick history, and you can't buy your way out of it. There's no ads feature that allows you to boost your ratings. Your picks are your picks, and that sort of transparency and availability of information is meant to shift the power to the community to make informed decisions about who they track.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more House of Cards. Hey, this is Dave Weishuttle from House of Cards with your House of Cards gaming report for the week of October 10th, 2022. Gila River Resorts and Casinos and the National Hockey League's Arizona Coyotes have announced a historic partnership. The multi-year deal will be the first time in history that a Native American-owned gaming company will have its logo on an NHL team jersey. Gila River will also be the season-long presenting sponsor of the Coyotes and will participate in various community activations throughohout the season. Bally's Corporation announced the completion of its acquisition of the Tropicana Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Rhode Island-based Bally's purchased the property from Penn Entertainment and Gaming for a reported $148 million and will rent the 35-acre parcel of land for $10.5 million annually. According to a report in the Las Vegas Journal, all of Tropicana's employees and executives will be retained at the same pay. And finally, Pennsylvania State Police cited a man for public intoxication after he was fished out of a swamp after being thrown out of a casino. At 5:45 a.m. on September 25th, a 23-year-old Cambridge Springs man was thrown out of a Summit Township casino for being drunk. He wandered through the parking lot and fell off an embankment right into a marsh. Casino security found the man and alerted authorities. Good move by casino security. Have any news or tips regarding casinos, gaming, or legislation? Send us an email at newsroom@houseofcardsradio.com and follow us on Twitter at HOC Radio.
You're listening to the House of Cards.
Why, you cheap crook, stealing the baby's bank. It's only a lend-lease. I figured to bet on the 50-to-1 shot and double the baby's money. Why, you imbecile. Why don't you pick a 100-to-1 shot and triple it? Oh, okay.
Welcome back to House Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you. House of Cards is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Slots, table games, live dealer games, everything you love about Atlantic City and Vegas, all online at BetMGM. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with Alex Dubin, CEO of BettorOff. Tell us something about the technology being used on the platform. You have something called the weighted win percentage stat. What is that, and how does that help the sports bettor?
So it's about getting the true value of a bettor's opinion. A win percentage isn't incredibly telling, right? We look at it sort of as wins and losses for pitchers in baseball. Unless you can take into account and factor in ROI, units, bet size, the things that, if you win 80% of your bets, and all of them are minus 3,000 favorites, that's not very impressive. If you win 52% of your bets and all of them are plus 250, that's useful information to know where you're accurate, when you're accurate, and not just how often you're right, but the return that you get from being right, being able to size your bets correctly. This is all the information that goes beyond your sort of very basic how often do you win, which is just an incomplete inquiry.
Like I told you, I absolutely love this idea. I mean, how does someone start using BettorOff? Give me an idea and walk me through the process how I jump on to BettorOff. I mean, I have to do a betting segment for a sports book for a radio show we're doing, so I need all the help I can get. So help me out here. Walk me through BettorOff.
Well, we're here for you.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's got to be quick these days,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So the app is available in the iOS or the Google Play stores. Sign up takes under 90 seconds. You can do this while you're doing something else at the same time. It's free, it's easy, it's free, and the best part is it's free. No credit cards, no social security number. I don't need to know your mother's maiden name or your high school mascot, which I just assumed was the Wildcat. You put in your basic info. You choose a username. You put in your phone number. We don't send you texts. We don't sell it to North Korea. It's basically so that we can validate that it's one person, one account. And then you go right in and start making picks. It's 5 screens total and should take under a minute of your life.
Now, like we talked about, you have a website, BettorOff.com, BETTOR off.com. What can people expect when they visit that site? And also tell us what we can expect when we download the app. What are we going to find there? What will the layout be when someone logs on to the app?
So at the moment, actually, the site is sort of a landing page. Mm-hmm. It will actually be updating in a couple of weeks to be a feature-rich environment with blogs and content. But the platform is mobile first, and while it will eventually be on your laptop, right now you want to go to the App Store to download it. And what you're going to find is a one-stop shop for everything a bettor wants and needs. Again, sort of your Twitter, but enhanced and built and designed for sports bettors. Best odds, lines, pick types, props, everything from all the European soccer leagues. We'll have World Cup, to UFC, the 4 majors, college. Eventually your daughter's high school soccer game is going to be popping right up on BettorOff. So the idea is for you to be able to have one platform, one stop for all of the sports betting tips, information, and content you'll need.
What has been the most popular sport on BettorOff? I'm curious.
So it's as you might expect, right? This is football season. Yep. Football is the cash cow, right? People are going to tell you that it's NFL, then it's college. What we have found has been very popular is also soccer, European football. And the Champions League, we get a ton of what surprised us is U.S. interest, specifically in the English Premier League. And it's great that we've been able to sort of build up that community as well. But while any particular league can sort of spike in popularity at any time, the fact that we offer UFC, that we offer any number of leagues and are adding more, sort of brings it all together in one spot.
What has been the response for BettorOff? Because, like I said, I live here in New Jersey, and just the sports betting information is absolutely overwhelming. And not only is BettorOff great for new bettors or recreational bettors, I'm sure established sports bettors out there will certainly love the information you guys have on BettorOff. What has been the response for BettorOff?
So the response has been overwhelmingly positive. Right. My mom still hasn't forgiven me from leaving a law firm. But it's interesting. We've gotten negative feedback, but we expected it. We are going to piss some people off. The negative feedback has generally come from people who we look into their stats and they're not winning. Okay. If what you're trying to do is, mask the fact that you don't really know, you should probably stay on Twitter. And it's going to be a disincentive for those who are more sizzled and steak. Mm-hmm. But it's been a tremendously positive experience for those who seek to identify those people, who seek to actually let the public know, the community know, hey, you've never heard of me, but I kick ass at Akron football. Yeah. I know Grambling State football, Arkansas basketball, and it's given them a platform to show off those abilities and eventually monetize them. So the feedback has been great so far.
Yeah, I'm curious about where you can take BettorOff. I mean, every week we talk about, what professional sports teams or leagues and how they're making deals with different fantasy platforms or different sports betting platforms. Does BettorOff have any plans to pursue deals with sports teams or leagues? Because I think it would be an amazing thing, because they always talk about sports betting is all about fan engagement, and how much more fan engagement can you get than BettorOff?
So that is absolutely on our radar. Mm-hmm. We're constantly growing, iterating, adding features, seeking out partnerships. So any league, any team that the partnership has the potential to enhance our user experience for our community, whether it's additional data, additional access, we're always on the lookout for those opportunities.
Well, how about sports betting operators themselves? I know they're always interested in acquiring unique sports betting platforms. I mean, we had Monkey Knife Fight on a couple years ago, right before they got picked up by Bally's. Is that a possible future for BettorOff? I mean, would you become involved with a sports betting operator? Because it'd be go hand in hand. It'd be a perfect fit.
I mean, what a great story Monkey Knife Fight was, right? A pure passion platform, right? These guys built something that was absolutely focused on their demo, and by all accounts got snapped up when they just weren't even expecting it.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a lesson there, at least for my founding team, for us, which is, look, it's great. Every founder, dreams of either IPOing or getting scooped up, but what we are focused on is building the best experience, the best one-stop shop for sports bettors, for content, for continuity, for community. And I am confident that if we keep our eye on that goal, the getting scooped up or the partnering, all of that stuff will take care of itself as long as we continue to focus on the community and the user experience.
Have you talked to any sports media companies? I mean, I was talking to the producer, who's Doug Weishuttle over there, sitting there, and I was thinking, wow, what an amazing thing this would be. I know a lot of the media companies have their, predictor games and things like that. You see Fox and win Terry Bradshaw's money, and it'd be such a compliment to something like that. Do you see BettorOff attaching itself to a sports media company?
So again, as with sort of the opportunities with sportsbook, we are always on the lookout for potential partners that bring value or a value add. If Terry Bradshaw wants to come on over to BettorOff, I will gladly let him stand in front of a camera with a suitcase full of money.
That would be
throw
amazing.
That at our users, right? Terry, I know you're listening.
Yeah,
come on over, man. You're sitting behind a desk with 14 people at halftime. Come on over to BettorOff. We'll give you your own desk, and we'll give away your money. It'll be fantastic. But we're always on the lookout for fun value adds, potential partners, and really anything that allows me to hang out with Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah, right. Stick around. We'll be right back with more House of Cards.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Your Majesty, the royal wrestlers await.
I'll bet on the little guy. How much? 3,000 guineas, 2 geese, and a duck. That's a foul bet.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishaupt with you. House of Cards is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with Alex Dubin, CEO of BettorOff. So tell people how they can use BettorOff. Where do they go to download the app, and any restrictions that people should know about before they download the app?
So you do need to be 21.
Okay.
There is no betting that takes place, right? So that's one of the great things about the platform. If you are in a state where it is either not yet legal, right? So you're in Ohio, you're in Maryland, which expect to legalize shortly, or you're in a state that may never legalize, right? You live in Utah. Mm-hmm. You can utilize BettorOff still. All of the data, all of the community, the groups and competitions feature, right? The ability for you and your friends who might have a group chat on iOS or WhatsApp or Discord that, you guys track each other's picks and yell and talk trash. You can do that on BettorOff, but have your own leaderboard and actually be able to verify who sucks so that person has to get an embarrassing unicorn tattoo at the end of your season. There are no restrictions no matter where you are. You just need to be of age to use the platform.
So in terms of growth, where can we expect BettorOff in the future? What are your plans going forward from now? And I hope to talk to you very soon, but next time I talk to you, where do you hope BettorOff will be?
So, I hope to have achieved the central BettorOff goal of making, Katie Nolan fall madly in love with me and turning her into a rabid Mets fan, right? That's like 2/3 of our pitch deck.
Wow, you're aiming high, aren't you?
Yeah, no, it's
go for it.
Totally doable and not at all sketchy and unlikely. But once that main goal has been accomplished, the team is focused on continuing to build out the platform, adding new features, perfecting the ones we currently have, and providing the community with the best user experience in the industry by sort of delivering that one-stop shop. In a year or in the next time that we talk, I expect to see the BettorOff platform become synonymous with the confluence of sports betting, data, and community. Again, the same way that if you say social media in business, you think LinkedIn. If you say social media and gaming, you think Twitch. Our goal is so that when you hear social media and sports betting, you think BettorOff. And, the Katie Nolan thing.
Yeah, we'll tag Katie Nolan on this episode, too, so maybe she'll take a listen to it. But, Alex, we're running out.
Yeah, no, this is great. I've never had an actual restraining order taken out.
Right.
I'm looking forward to that.
Well, we're both lawyers. We'll both handle it. Don't worry about it. We'll get it taken care of. Alex, we're running out of time, but can you give out a website where people can check out BettorOff and where they can download the app? Also, if you have any social media addresses you want to give out so people can follow BettorOff, go ahead and give it out.
Yeah, so we're at bettoroff.com, BettorOff, Mom. Our socials across the board are at BettorOff, except for Twitter, which is at BettorOff Sports. But we're basically across the board. If you have it, we're on it.
Alex Dubin, CEO of BettorOff, thanks so much for coming on and telling us all about your sports betting platform. BettorOff is, I think, one of the most unique platforms out there, and I can't wait to give it a try because I need all the help I can get. So thanks for coming on and telling us all about it.
Thanks so much for having me, Dave.
Well, that'll do it for us this week. I'll see you next time on House of Cards.
Across the desert plain, you build a house of cards around a loveless heart. Wild country in your head, gone dead, riverbed in the dust. You cry, 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 'cause there's no water in the sky. Dry, built on sand, a house of cards that will never stand. The doors crash open and the flood comes in, and the flood takes everything. So speak the language slow, begs for foreign money. You're growing up on dog food in the